Hello everybody, SK Takio here. Today we bring you why do I always forget this? Hold on. I always forget the week I'm on. I'm so sorry. Okay. Week 6. Week 6 against DS Gaming, coach of the Birmingham Vulpix, I think is the name. So yeah, DS has access to Tapu Fini, Cortana, Beware, Uxie, Alolan Raichu, Toucannon, Mega Charizard X, Weavile, Dusclops, Nihilego, and Gligar. So very straining team from DX, very offensive. Just quick note, DS it's undefeated. I'm 4-1 and I think he's like 5-0. So we're gonna try to break that record and try to bring the win home. A win here will mean quite a bit for us because we will be sitting on top of our division very comfortably. Because the next person is Storm, but we have way more differential than him. So yeah, so the team with also one thing, we only played DS this once on the season, unless we meet in playoffs. So I'm not too concerned about my sets. So yeah, we're bringing defensive Celesteela because this works really well for the Cortana, the Weavile, even the Lego, with a Lead Seed, Heavy Slam, Stone Edge, and I forgot what the last move was, but I know it was an attacking move. Maybe it was like Earthquake or something. Next up we have Suicune. We're bringing Beankun this time with a Substitute, Protect, Toxic, and Scold. Yes, I know he has a Tapu Fini, but we can easily stall out Dafini. We can stall out Moonblast and like stuff because pressure. So if we we trying to stall out the terrain so we can Toxic. Besides the Nihilego, which doesn't really want to take a Scald, everything else gets Toxic, and Cortana has a chance of being burnt. So next up we have Zygarde. We're actually bringing a Havanberry Zygarde with Camouflage. Pretty cool set with a Dragon Dance, 1000 Arrows, and Hidden Power Fire. As you're gonna see, everything my team pretty much deals a lot of damage or echoes the Cortana because the thing is such a freaking threat. Next up we have Rapidash making his debut, so pretty cool in there. With with Jump Kick, I think it was. Did I have Jump Kick? I don't remember. But it had Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, and then Toxic as the last move. It's packing Electrum C, basically for the Tapu Fini. Looking better at it. It has high horsepower. That was the move, not Jump Kick. Looking at the matchup, probably should have gone Ground Dune, because that definitely does more. And I can deal with Fini with my other mons. But I was so scared of Fini on the prep, like a Combine Fini, so yeah, that's where we're gonna Electrum with the Wild Charge. Next up we have a Rocker, Piloswine with Earthquake, Icicle Crash, Stealth Rocks, and Roar. I was either debating between Roar and Hidden Power Fire, but the reason why I went Roar was because it helped in case he got greedy with the Zygarde and start setting up Dragon Essence in front of my Piloswine. If it was like a bulky, and then he could easily take the Earthquakes and whatnot. Also, it helped against potential Source Dancing Weavile. But yeah, it was between Roar or Hidden Power Fire just to blow back the Cortana. Even with Impish Nature, I think it is. I killed the thing out, which is kind of funny. Next up we have Trick Room, Gardevoir with Hyper Voice and Side Shock, and that's all the coverage you need. So Trick Room, Hyper Voice, and Side Shock. And last move was Healing Wish, but I didn't get to use it. I didn't get to use the move. So let's go right into the game. It's gonna lead Fini, which is pretty bad for us. We're still gonna attempt to set up a Rocks because we can eat a Surf or a Hydro Pump as he goes for a Taunt, which is kind of unfortunate. We're gonna switch into Celesteela as he goes for the Surf. Does literally nothing. It goes for the Taunt, and we're just gonna launch a Heavy Slam just to gauge the damage to see what kind of Fini is this. And this is like max defense, definitely his Zygarde check more likely. Here we're gonna switch into Garchomps. He goes into Sard, and we cannot take a Flare Blitz if it's max attack adamant, so we're gonna switch into Suicune. As he Flare Blitz, so he's not as offensive, so Garchomps would have lived that, but still would have taken a lot of damage. So here we're gonna go for this sub, expecting him to switch obviously. We're going to try to stall out the terrain so we can toxic this thing. So this might be a little repetitive. In hindsight, this was a bad play for me because he did show taunt, but as you're going to see, he's not going for it. He just keeps going for the Moonblast. I feel like his best play is definitely taunt, but we're gonna try to around the terrain so we can toxic this thing, and it can be so much more easy to deal with as we go for our Scald here. Yeah, so these turns are pretty repetitive. As here he's actually going to switch out, which is so unfortunate. I don't know if you predicted that we would be a toxic. The reason why we set up a sub is because like he cannot even break it. So yeah, he goes into Nihilego. We also can toxic this. We're going to go for Scald, and now we're going to go for Protect just to get a little bit more leftovers. Basically what Beankun does, just stalls out, pressure stalls. Now we're gonna go into Pillow Swamp because we gain anything this thing has, even a Grass Knot. And we're going to set up a Rocks, finally. So, turn 15, and this Finn is back at full health. So, Finn is definitely a big threat. I'm gonna go back into Suicune because I remember at this point in the battle, he was running very low on Moonblast because, you know, every Moonblast he uses, it takes 2. So, I think he had, like 12 of them left. So that means he can only Moonblast 6 more times. And if we make him run out of Moonblast, then his only attack is Surf, which is like Suicune stalls out this thing completely. So here we're going to switch out because I got kind of impatient. As we're going to make a Garchomps, and this is massive special attack. Modest, so yeah, that does a shit ton damage. And then here he's gonna go for Moonblast. He's going to get unfortunate special attack drop. This turn we went into for Trick Room because if you can see on his team, the only thing that can like everything outspeeds us, right? Because we're like min speed Garchomps. So we went for Trick Room here because we take the Moonblast easy. I think at 25% because I have max HP, we leave the Ice Shot from Weavile, unless it's banded. But as you're gonna see, I don't think he was banded. I don't know if we leave life for Weavile. But anyways, yeah, I think we leave the hit and we just proceed to pick up essentially 3 kills and 1 out because we basically outspeed everything on the Trick Room. So yeah, but he does get that special attack drop, which is very, very unfortunate because now our Garchomps is definitely on range for the Weavile. However, we do get rid of the Tapu Fini, this freaking nonsense annoyance. So he's going to go into Weavile, and here we're going to switch out into Piloswine because the Ice Shot is pretty obvious, and like, you know, Piloswine needs. And we're gonna go for Earthquake. So he sends out Raichu, right? And he said this was a misplay on his part. I mean, no, it was misclick, not a misplay. He said he meant to go Kartana, I think. But the thing with the Kartana plays, he would have gone Kartana, right? And then I would have just roar him out. So if he tried to set up, it's okay. If he attack me, we live that, we chew the hit, and still roar him out. So the Kartana would be weakened for something like the Saiga or whatnot. So, or even the Suicune. So yeah, because I mean, a quick would have done like what? 40% to Kartana, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah. So he unfortunately sends out Raichu on a misclick, so that's pretty bad for him. He goes Weavile, expected a low kick, but he just goes for the knock, which it was life for Weavile. Okay, so I don't know if Garchomps lived the Ice Shard at 25%. But yeah, so he goes into Kartana now. We killed the Weavile with Earthquake, of course, and here we're gonna roar him out. If we had him Power Fire, that would have been lit, but yeah, we don't. It's going to Nihilego on the roar. Goes for Psychic, kills us off. I was a little scared here. This thing was a speed boosting Nihilego. But like Zygarde chew ahead anyways because it's a full health. So even a hidden power ice. So we're gonna kill Nihilego off with the highest horsepower. It goes into SAR, and we go for the attack, and that only does 45%. So this is where I wish if I had C move, this game would have been a wrap. Because as C move here, and like we killed the SAR, and then it's Kartana against the war. It would have been a guaranteed win because he cannot set up, and the only way Kartana can win this game if it sets up a +2. So yeah, he's actually going to start Dragon Dance here, which is very, very scary. As we're going to go for a high horsepower, and we're going to crit. So that crit is very big. Dude, I can't fucking talk right now. Okay, calm down. That crit is very big because this art could have been us. Like, because it was fat Charizard, my Zygarde's 1,000 arrows, it would have done like, what? 70%, I think. So I mean, as long as I kept it around the range, it would have. If it was like 70% when my thing died, but if it just kept roosting it off, Dragon Dancing, roosting off, Dragon Dancing, I definitely very damn well could have lost this game. So that crit is very huge, very unfortunate for DS Gaming here. But yeah, I mean, it happens. So I'm sorry about that. And he's gonna go into Kartana. He has to pop a C move because I don't think Sacred Sword killed me just on its own. And then unfortunately he popped a C move. So unless it crits here, I don't even think a crit kills Celesteela at this point. So we're able to finish the game with Steela. Pick up a nice 4-0 win. Very big win. We break DS Gaming winning streak. So yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything else to say. Next we play OP Jellison, the commissioner of the league, so that would be pretty cool. Yeah, this was HK Takio, and I'll see y'all later.